I posted over 450 times in 15 days while working full-time. How? I'm gonna show you. Have you ever wondered if you can build a content system from scratch while working full-time? I did, and I posted over 450 times in the last 15 days to find this out. I'm doing this for the full month, but I'm at the halfway point and I wanted to pull the numbers to share them with you, so let's check this out. So some things work better than others, and one strategy is delivering serious numbers, and I'm gonna get to that at the end. So like I said, I'm 15 days into the experiment of trying to be a full-time content creator while still managing multiple clients. And I'm trying to answer two questions. Can you work full-time and still post and create every day? Can you go from 0 to content creator with an audience in 30 days? And then also, what formats are working the best on what platform? And out of all of the tips and tricks and advice and algorithm shit that people have online, what works and what doesn't? And I'm just trying all of it, and you can watch and see, and I'll let you know what works and what doesn't. I've been editing till like 4 or 5 a.m. most nights, and after last night, I admit I'm like absolutely exhausted. It's really late here. Oh, it's midnight. It's really late here, and I still have to edit after I shoot this video. So in the morning, I wake up at maybe like 7 or 8 a.m. to walk my dog Cairo, and he makes sure that's non-negotiable. He's very convincing. And then right after that, I roll into client work. I come up with content ideas throughout the day and night, and I save them in different places. And then during the day in the daylight, I try to shoot the short form videos, because even if I can shoot at night, the amount of time that it takes to just rely on the natural sunlight is so much more efficient. So that does kind of dictate my day, the client work and then trying to do stuff with the sunlight. It's rainy season right now, so sometimes I have a really short window. So let's start looking at the numbers. Every day this month, so far I've posted multiple times a day on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitter, Threads, Facebook, and Pinterest. A total of 458 posts across all platforms. And so far, organization has been my biggest challenge. The scale of what I'm outputting now requires better solutions than what I've been using in the past. And I think it's good because it's exposing the weak points that I had on my blueprint before. I'm kind of pressure testing the system, and I think that's cool. So it's a fun, but it's also a tiring challenge to try to come up with these systems while I'm also trying to play catch up and drowning in content creation. Okay, so first, TikTok. All of these accounts I did start from 0 for this project. These weren't pre-existing social accounts I had with friends on them and stuff. TikTok delivered 19,000 views. Out of those 19,000 views, 2 posts account for 15,800 of them. I had 2 posts go viral, 15,800 out of the 19,000. And the other 23 posts generated around 3,500 views. I posted 25 pieces of content and gained 56 followers. Now I don't have a call to action or value prop on that account right now on the profile. And that is something I would recommend someone doing when they set this up if they have a goal in mind. When you have a post that gains traction and people watch it and then they visit your profile, if they visit your profile and there's nothing for them there, then they're just going to move on. It's a 3-part chain. You get the view gets the profile visit gets the follow. You might have an additional one which has a call to action on the profile. More likely than not, you're not going to get that call to action trigger at the same stop as the follow. Usually it will be a view from the content, getting a profile visit, having value on the profile, and then after 3 to 5 additional touch points, they revisit that profile, and then you can have a CTA interaction. That's what I kind of recommend to people. Instagram got 5,017 views and averaged 73.7% coming from non-followers. I posted 27 pieces of short form content, and that gave me 146 profile visits. So that's not bad. YouTube long form demands the most time, but it also delivers the least immediate reward. YouTube is for sure the slowest growing machine. So I published 14 long form videos that gave me 98 views total, but accumulated 100 hours of watch time and got 31 subscribers on the YouTube channel. YouTube subscribers are cool. Instagram followers, it's a follower. You show up in their timeline. But a YouTube subscriber, when you post something, they get a notification. It's a different value of engagement. And it's wild to see some of these viewers stay engaged and watch entire long form videos, 10, I think, I have like a 20-minute video up here, and it has some people have watched it. I'm like, that's cool. Thank you. If that was you, thank you. But there is something else that's happening with YouTube that's accounting for my total traffic. The total traffic on YouTube is much more than 98 views. And I'll get to that at the end because it's an additional method that I'm doing. But right now we're gonna look at, I'm also active on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is something that I've been ignoring my entire professional career. And my sister's she's a LinkedIn influencer, so she's like, get on LinkedIn. So I added LinkedIn to the mix. The platform surprised me. I have 2,880 impressions on LinkedIn over 15 days with 790 accounts reached. That's pretty high, starting once again at 0. And I'm making actual friends there, which I never expected. I'm getting cold inbound on LinkedIn just from the small amount of interaction that I've had. The communication on LinkedIn is a lot more direct than any of these other platforms. This is the platform I assumed would be the most boring, and it's low-key the most enjoyable. I also haven't even started posting my short-form video content there. I am having fun during the day, like trolling people and stuff, but I found out really quickly that my content is falling into this value-based content creator trap. Without ever using the platform, I started making posts in that LinkedIn creator voice without even realizing it. In the video I posted yesterday on YouTube, the creator trap that's killing your growth, I talked about how all that happens and the 8 heaviest realizations I had over the past few years I used to overcome it. It's easy to accidentally end up in a place mentally where your audience is subconsciously controlling your voice for your fear of alienating them. And that's just something that happens as a creator, and we can figure it out and we can fix it. My highest performing post got 500 impressions on LinkedIn. I think you're more curious, what's the total number, Colin? The total views across all platforms for these 15 days reached 90,000 views. And most of these 90,000 impressions came from one approach: content clipping. I'm taking my long form YouTube content, chopping it into short form pieces, and then cross-posting on every major platform multiple times every day. For example, YouTube Shorts delivered 56,400 views off 66 videos on Shorts, which is significantly more than the 98 views on the long form content. I'm using what's called the mother-child method. So I created second accounts on all of the main platforms, and that's where I post the short form clips from the long form content, and those accounts point to the main accounts on those platforms. This method is absolutely killer for making the most of your long form videos. Same content, different platforms, multiplied touch points, and maximizing the content's performance. And on top of getting more engagement and driving traffic to those long form videos, there's another benefit to this method. I also get audience feedback on which of my messages and statements resonate better with my audience by looking at the views and engagements on those short form videos. So if I post 20 short forms from a long form and then one video gets 10x the impressions of all the other ones, I can take that. Is this a fact that deserves a full build out on a tutorial? Is this something that deserves a longer video? Is this something I can repurpose for LinkedIn? Or is this something I need to put in my creator blueprint for my clients? So I take the highest performing clips and then I explore those micro topics. I go deeper into them and see what that could lead to. It could lead to, at the very least, more content and ideas in the future, because we're always looking for more content ideas, right? So how am I doing as far as the actual challenge goes? I am proving you can work full time and have a client list and still create and post daily, though it does require sacrificing sleep and looking like a zombie, which is bad because I'm recording myself every day, so you're just watching me deteriorate live. Ouch. I'm building an audience from 0 with 31 YouTube subscribers, 56 TikTok followers, and growing engagement across platforms and 100 hours of watch time off across YouTube so far. I do really believe that the reward is in the doing itself. Building the habit of creating every day, becoming more efficient, becoming more comfortable in front of the camera, becoming more confident speaking, learning each platform, developing a skill, and discovering what actually works versus what everyone claims works. In my experience, I expected TikTok to dominate, but YouTube Shorts has been performing so much better for my voice. Another surprise is LinkedIn became the most enjoyable platform to create for. I would say if you're considering doing something similar, pick one platform as your hero and focus on mastering that first. Don't attempt to do what I'm doing unless you really want to test your limits and see what's possible in 30 days when you really commit to one goal. Keep in mind for this challenge, I did cut off every other hobby, social engagement, vice. As part of the challenge, I'm not allowed to leave the house for anything but walking the dog and going to the gym. So if that doesn't sound particularly fun for you, you might not want to do that either. Now tomorrow, I'm going to get into how I'm actually creating all of this content, coming up with ideas, and how I'm able to, by myself, be able to hit 1,000 posts in a month. And also the benefits of doing that beyond impressions and followers that I haven't actually seen anyone else cover. I think that is something you're gonna find a lot of value in. But yeah, it's weird that I haven't seen anyone else talk about this. Yeah, I'm going to go edit now, and I'll see you tomorrow.